ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमस्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन् ऊतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु। गणेशाय नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परस्सतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। With Bhagwan's grace, we came up to Slokam 20 yesterday in Adhyayam 16. Now, if you, I want to draw your attention to the Padangal that Bhagwan uses. He says, Asuri Yonihi in Slokams 19 and 20. So, Asurishu Yonishu Eva in 19. And in 20 he says, Asurim Yonim. It's a yonim, it's a demonic tendencies. That is where the rebirth happens. So not to confuse that with physical embodiments. Okay, two different things. Yonim. Pay attention to the Padangal Bhagavan uses. He doesn't say they, him, right? So Asuri Yonim. Now also in 20, Bhagavan uses the word yan tataha asurim yonim apannaha mudaha janmani janmani mam aprapyaiva, without even desiring for me, without even attaining me, without even wanting to look at me, without even wanting to love me. Kaunteya tataha yanti adhamam gatim. The adhamam is very important. The adhamam means there are four types of human beings, and I'm just giving you additional comparison. Uttamargal, okay, Madhamargal, or Madhyamargal, then Adhamargal and Adhama Adhamas. There are four types of human beings, depending upon their conduct and behavior and qualities. So let us move on to 21. Desire, anger, and greed are the doors to the bliss-destroying hell. These three must therefore be discarded. Clear instruction from Bhagavan. Desire, anger, and greed. You want to go to hell? Then you can enter hell through either desire or through anger or through lobham, which is greed. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanam atmanah kama krodha krodha tatha lobha tasmat yetat trayam tajet. God, you must give it up. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nasanam atmanah kama krodha tatha lobha tasmat yetat trayam tajet. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanam atmanah kama krodha tatha lobha tasmat yetatrayam tyajet. Trividham, Padangal words are Trividham, Narakaha, Yedam, Dvaram, Nashanam, Atmanaha, Kamaha, Krodaha, Tatha, Lobaha, Tasmat, Yetat, Trayam, Tyajet. Narakam is a very important phrase. Nara, and you add a ka to it, you become hell. Nara is man. He's human being, the humanity. And when you add the ka at the end of it, it becomes hellish, demonic. So please remember that. And that ka is from kamaha. Kamaha, from krodaha comes from kamaha, and lobham, greed, also comes from kamaha, as you know. Atmanaha, for the slokam number 21. For Atmanaha, for oneself, Nasanam, destroying, destruction. What causes destruction? Atmanaha Nasanam. Narakasya idam dwaram. Idam, here, Narakasya dwaram, gateway to hell. Trividham, three types. Three doors are door 1, door 2, door 3. As we play in the game show, the 1, 2, 3. You can pick any door, you go to hell. Okay, what are those three doors? Kama, Kamaha, Krodaha, Tatha, Lobhaha. Kamam, Krodam and Lobham. Tasmat, therefore, Yetatrayam, these three, Tyajet, leave it, give it up, discard it. Okay, push it aside. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nasanam atmanah kama krodhastata lobha tasmat etatrayam tyajet. Now, what is the origin of kamam? That Bhagavan, you can go back and look for that slokam in Adhyayam number 2, where Bhagavan teaches the root cause for where kamam comes from and where krodham comes from. Okay. So, slokam number 22. My dear son of Kunti, one who keeps away from these three darkness-filled pathways of desire, anger and greed has undertaken a step that is beneficial to him. As a result, he attains the supreme state. Yete vimuktaha kaunteya tasmad dvarehi tribhihi naraha acharatyatmanaha sreyaha tato yati param gatim. Yeter vimuktaha kaunteya tamodvarehi tribir naraha tamodvarehi tribihi naraha acharatyatmanaha sreyas tato yati param gatim. Yeter vimuktaha kaunteya tamodvarehi tribihi naraha acharatyatmanaha sreyas tato yati param gatim. Padangal are etaihi vimuktaha kaunteya tamodvaraihi tribihi naraha acharati atmanaha sreyaha tataha yati param gatim. Kaunteya etaihi tribihi, these three, tamodvaraihi, tamas. Tamas is darkness, right? And so tamodvarehi, the darkness filled, ignorance filled, dvarehi, the entrances. Vimuktaha, leaving aside, giving it up. Naraha, man. Atmanaha, for himself. Sreyaha, most beneficial. Sreyas and prayers. There are two things, as you know. In Adhyayam 2, Arjuna asks Bhagavan to teach him what is Sreyas, not prayers, right? And so the Sreyas is some beneficial. What is beneficial to you? That benefit, Acharati, he practices, or he Acharati, he attains, okay, practices and attains. Tataha, therefore, Param Gatim, the Paramapadam, the supreme state, Yati, he attains. Yetair vimuktaha kaunteya tamodvarehi tribhirnaraha acharatyatmanaha sreyaha tato yati param gatim. Slokam number 23. He who gives up the scriptural prescriptions and lives his life bound by desires does not attain fulfillment, does not achieve happiness and peace, does not achieve the supreme state. If you give up the scriptural prescriptions, you don't achieve fulfillment, you don't achieve happiness and peace, and you do not achieve divinity. Yaha sastra vidihi mritsrujya vartate kamakarataha na saha siddhimavapnoti na sukham na param gatim. Yes, sastra vidihi mritsrujya vartate kamakarataha न सह सिद्धिम अवाप्नोति न सुखम न पराम गतिम यह शास्त्र विधि मुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिम अवाप्नोति न सुखम न पराम गतिम. பதங்கள் ஆர் யஹ சாஸ்திர விதிம் உத்ஸ்ருஜ்ய வர்த்ததே காமகாரதः ந சஹ சித்திம் அவாப்னோதி ந சுகம் ந பராம் கதிம். யஹ ஹூ Shastra Vidhim as prescribed in the Shastras, in the scriptural injunction, Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, Satya Na Pramaditavyam, speak the truth, conduct yourself in a dharmic way, do not speak anything other than truth. Like that, there are Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, see Bhagavan in your mother, consider your mother as God. Like that, there are injunctions given. And Shastra Vidhim, those scriptural injunction, utsrujya, giving it up, kama karataha, you understand that, impelled by desires and doing its actions, embedded only in activities coming out of desires, okay, in order to acquire something. The desires are always acquisitive desires, okay, we must have desire to leave things. Vartate moves about and leads his life like that. Okay, Sahahi Siddhim fulfillment na avapnoti does not obtain. Na sukham does not attain happiness or peace. Sukham is more than happiness. It's contentment. It is peace that comes out of contentment. He doesn't attain that. Na param gatim, and he does not attain the exalted Paramapadam, the divine lotus feet. Bhagavan says in the previous lokam, Tataha Yati Paramgati. He attains the Paramgati, but this person does not, who does not follow the scriptural injunctions, scriptural teachings, and scriptural instructions, and scriptural directives and guidelines and commands. Yes, Shastra Vidhim Utsrujya Vartate Kamakaratah Na sa Siddhim Avapnoti Na Sukham Na param gatim. Slokam number 24. Therefore, the scriptures are the authority for you to decide and select permitted and prohibited actions. What action should I do and what action should I not do? Go to scriptures. Understand the discipline and the rules prescribed in the scriptures. Then you can perform your actions accordingly. तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणम ते कार्याकार्य व्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्र विधानोक्तम कर्म कर्तुम इह अर्हसि. तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणम ते कार्याकार्य व्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्र विधानोक्तम कर्म कर्तुम इह अर्हसि. तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणम ते कार्याकार्य व्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्र विधान उक्तम कर्म कर्तुम इह अर्हसि. तस्मात् therefore कार्य padangal words are tasmat shastram pramanam te karya akarya vyavasthitau jnatva shastra vidhane uktam karma kartum iha arhasi. Tasmat therefore karya akarya vyavasthitau. We are all going through vyavasthai, that term that you would have heard in your young days in Chennai. And vyavasthi, we are all these, not only sufferings, but all the various entanglements, on the various activities that we are always doing, not being able to get out of, that is vyavasthai. So that happens both from doing actions, karya vyavasthai, and akarya vyavasthai also. When you don't do something also, you are entangled, right? And so karya akarya vyavasthitau. And so how do you get out of that entanglement? But that's what Bhagavan instructs. He says, understand what actions you should do. You do puja in the morning. Okay, there is no entanglement there. Okay, there is no vyavasthai, right? And certain things you should not, don't lie. Then, okay, then akarya vyavasthai. Then there is no akarya vyavasthai if you don't lie. right? If your conscience is clear, there is no entanglement, there is no agitations, right? So karya vyavasthitau, what actions are prescribed and what actions are prohibited. And how do you determine that? Te, for you, how do you determine that? Shastram, the shastras are pramanam. They are the pramanam. They are the authority. Here, shastra vidhana uktam, shastra vidhanoktam. Here, understanding with clarity the instructions and the guidelines given by the shastras, shastra vidhana uktam, okay, jnatva, understanding that, karma kartum, to do your activities, arhasi, you become deserved, you deserve to carry out your actions, understanding with clarity the instructions and guidelines and commands given in shastras. Tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavasthitau jnatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartum iharhasi. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga Nama Shodasodhyaya. And before we do the slokams and all that fully, when Bhagavan talked about Trividham Narakaha Idam Dwaram, Trividham Dwaram, Kamaha, Krodaha, Lobaha. It is a personal teaching. We should give up desire, very difficult to do, but we can keep on trying and we can limit our desires, reduce them. That is not very difficult to do. Krodaha, we can definitely give up anger. It is not very difficult, or at least reduce it, but we can definitely give it up. And Lobaha, the easiest one to do is to give up greed. Okay? And that comes from contentment. Yeah, everything requires discipline. Now, those are what is described as external doorways to hell. Okay? And what are these? There are some internal doorways to hell also. I just want to share them with you. They are the feeling I belong to this lineage. Bhagavan talked about this, right? In slokam number 15, he says, Aham Abhijanavan, I born in a very exalted lineage. And Aiswaryam, the wealth, Bhagavan says in slokam 15, Aham Adhya, I am wealthy. And Vidya, and I'm a very learned man. I've got so much scholarship. I've learned all the Vedas or whatever it is, that Vidya. And those Garvam, the pride associated with these internal feelings that we have, which we can check, those are also internal doorways to hell. Let us move on and go through the full adhyayam now, first in English and then followed by that in Samskrita slokam. Embracing divinity through the knowledge of divine and demonic qualities. Chapter 16, Daiva Asura Sampat Vibhaga Yogaha. Sri Bhagavan said, absence of fear, purity of emotions, fixation on the unity of all creations and practicing that to embrace the indweller, charity, control of senses, sacrifice, recitation and study of Vedas, penance, simplicity and straightforwardness, non-violence, truth, absence of anger, renunciation, inner peace, refraining from scandal-mongering or talking ill of others, compassion to all beings, not seeking what belongs to others, sweetness and gentleness in speech, humility, determination, courage, forbearance, firmness, cleanliness, harmlessness, absence of pride. These are natural for the one born with divine qualities, my dear Bharata. My dear Partha, pride and pomp, arrogance, vanity, anger, offensive speech, absence of discrimination, These are natural for the one born with demonic qualities. The divine qualities lead to freedom. The demonic ones lead to bondage. But my dear son of Pandu, don't worry. You are born with divine qualities. My dear Partha, there are two types of birth in this world. One is with divine qualities and the other is with demonic qualities. The divine qualities have been described in detail. Now, hear about the demonic qualities from me. People with demonic qualities do not discriminate between the good deeds that must be done and the bad deeds that must be avoided. They do not have external or internal purity. They do not practice good disciplines. They do not abide by truth. They proclaim that this world is filled with lies, is impermanent, has no God, is filled with desires, and has come about due to the joining of man and woman. They ask, what else is there in life besides this? Holding on to this small-mindedness and narrow outlook, they lose sight of the path to the indweller and do cruel deeds. They are born as enemies, come to destroy the world. Holding on to their insatiable desires, they are boastful, self-praising, and proud. With confused mind, they nourish bad thoughts and do dirty deeds. Their worries are limitless and end only with death. They assert that satisfying the sensual desires is most important. Bound by hundreds of desires, enslaved by desire and anger, they seek wealth accumulation by unfair and unjust means to satisfy their sensual pleasures. I have achieved this today. I am going to fulfill this desire. I have this wealth today. Additionally, more wealth is going to come to me. That enemy has been killed by me. I am going to eliminate more also. I am the Lord. I am the enjoyer of all pleasures. I am successful in my undertakings. I am strong. I deserve these pleasures. I am wealthy. I am born in a noble lineage. Who is there equal to me? I do sacrifices. I give into charity. I make merry. Thinking in countless ways thus, scared with the myriad thoughts, caught in the web of attachment and fixated on sensual pleasures, they fall into dirty hell. Full of self-praise and self-importance, they do not pay respect to those who must be respected. With arrogance and pride of wealth, and without proper adherence to prescriptions, they do sacrificial rites for namesake only and for their self-aggrandizement. Embracing pride, physical and material strength, arrogance, desire and anger, they just cannot stand good people and consider me, who resides in them and in others, as their enemy. They are hateful, cruel, sinful, and lovely human beings. I push them repeatedly in the samsara to be born with demonic qualities. My dear son of Kunti, these fools, attaining countless births of demonic qualities and unable to attain me, regress to even lower levels. Desire, anger, and greed are the doors to the bliss-destroying hell. These three must therefore be discarded. My dear son of Kunti, one who keeps away from these three darkness-filled pathways has undertaken a step that is beneficial to him. As a result, he attains the supreme state. He who gives up the scriptural prescriptions and lives his life bound by desires does not attain fulfillment, does not achieve happiness and peace, does not achieve the supreme state. Therefore, the scriptures are the authority for you to decide and select permitted and prohibited actions. Understand the discipline and the rules prescribed in the scriptures. Then you can perform your actions accordingly. Thus ends the 16th chapter called Daiva Asura Sampat Vibhaga Yogaha, embracing divinity through the knowledge of the divine and demonic qualities, as explained in the benevolent dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna in the Upanishad called the Bhagavad Gita, which is truly a Brahma Vidya and a Yoga Sastra. Shodasodhyayaha Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogaha Abhayam Sattva Samsuddhim Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi Danam Damascha Yajñascha Swadhyayah Tapa Arjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodaha Tyagaha Shantihi Apaishunam दया भूतेषु अवलोलुप्त्वं मार्दवं ह्रीहि अचापलम् तेजः क्षमा धृतिः शौचम् अद्रोहः नातिमानिता भवन्ति संपदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत दम्भो दर्पः अभिमानश्च क्रोधः पौरुष्यम् एव च अज्ञानं च अभिजातस्य पार्थ संपदम् आसुरी दैवी संपत् विमोक्षाय निबन्धाय आसुरी मता मा शुचः संपद दैवीम् अभिजातोऽसि पाण्डव द्वौ भूतसर्गौ लोकेऽस्मिन् दैव आसुर एव च दैवो विस्तरतः प्रोक्तः आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जना न विदुः आसुराः न शौचं नापि च आचारः न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते असत्यम् अप्रतिष्ठं ते जगत् आहुः अनीश्वरम् अपरस्पर सम्भूतम् किम् अन्यत् कामहेतुकम् एतां दृष्टिम् अवष्टभ्य नष्टात्मानः अल्पबुद्धयः प्रभवन्ति उग्रकर्माणः क्षयाय जगतो हिताः कामम् आश्रित्य दुष्पूरम् दम्भमानमदान्विताः मोहात् गृहीत्वा असत् ग्राहान् प्रवर्तन्ते असुचि व्रताः चिन्ताम् अपरिमेयाम् च प्रलयान्ताम् उपाश्रिताः कामोपभोग परम एतावत् इति निश्चिताः आशापाश सतैः बद्धाः कामक्रोध परायणाः ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेन अर्थसञ्चयान् इदम् अद्य मया लब्धम् इमं प्राप्स्ये मनोरथम् इदम् अस्तीदमपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम् असौ मया हतः शत्रुः हनिष्ये च अपरानपि ईश्वरोऽहम् अहम् भोगी सिद्धोऽहम् बलवान् सुखी आढ्यः अभिजनवान् अस्मि कः अन्यः अस्ति सदृशो मया यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्य इति अज्ञानविमोहिताः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः मोहजालसमावृताः प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु पतन्ति नरकेषु च आत्मसम्भाविताः स्तब्धाः धनमानमदान्विताः यजन्ते नामयज्ञैः ते दम्भेन अविधिपूर्वकम् अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं च संसृताः माम् आत्म परदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्ति अभ्यसूयकाः तान् अहं दिशतः क्रूरान् संसारेषु नराधमान् क्षिपामि अजस्रम् अशुभान् असुरीषु एव योनिषु आसुरीं योनिम् आपन्नाः मूढाः जन्मनि जन्मनि माम् अप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय ततो यान्ति अधमां गतिम् त्रिविधम् नरकः एदं द्वारं नाशनम् आत्मनः कामः क्रोधः तथा लोभः तस्मात् एतत्त्रयम् त्यजेत् एतैर्विमुक्तः कौन्तेय तमोद्वारैः त्रिभिः नरः आचरति आत्मनः श्रेयः ततो याति परां गतिम् यः शास्त्रविधिम् उत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न सः सिद्धिम् अवाप्नोति न सुखम् न परां गतिम् तस्मात् शास्त्रम् प्रमाणं ते कार्याकार्यव्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रविधानोक्तम् कर्म कर्तुम् इह अर्हसि। ओम तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे दैवासुर संपत् विभाग योग नाम षोडशोऽध्यायः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु, समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु, समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम।